Hello, my name is Gregory Simmons, and I'm an intern at UAPB Project Search. I'm glad to be before you, sending a heartfelt welcome to faculty and staff, Arkansas Rehabilitation Services, Project Search interns, and our distinguished guests. Your presence makes me happy that you have an interest in our program. At this time, I would like to welcome our guest speakers to take the floor. First, I would like to welcome Ms. Tammy Simmons to the podium. After Ms. Simmons, we will hear from our Commissioner, Alan McLean, with Arkansas Rehabilitation Services, Dr. Robert Carr with the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and finally, Ms. Judy Smith will give a special thank you to our guests.
I'm happy to be here in Pine Bluff today, my hometown. I graduated high school right here from Pine Bluff High, so I'm very proud to have this program here. And again, thank you for being here. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the educational partner for this program. The educational partner is Access, and Access turned 24 this fall. As one of the founders, I've been with the organization every step of the way, and throughout our history, we've built innovative programs to meet the needs of the families we serve. I feel strongly that one reason Access is so passionate is because we've been parent-driven. And we all know parents are the absolute expert in what their children need. Our mission at Access is to expand individual potential through innovative instruction. Access started as a small preschool, one little preschool classroom with 8 children 24 years ago. And from there we grew into a school, and then those children grew into adults who needed competitive employment to reach their full potential. I've often said that the community dictates the need. And as we strive to listen to our families and the individuals we serve, we also listen to our staff. We listened to Jenny Adams, who is the director of our program, in 2012 after attending a state conference. She came back to me and said, not, hey, we really need this program, it's really cool. She came back and said, we're doing this, we can do this. And soon afterwards, we met with Judy Smith, who Greg mentioned a few minutes ago, and began working with Arkansas Rehabilitation Services to carve the way to have the first program under our initiative at UAMS in the fall of 2013. Through a series of 3 targeted internships, these guys at UAPB Project Search will have a chance to gain competitive, marketable, and transferable skills to enhance them to apply for related positions at a business in the community. I mean, what could be more awesome than that format? During these internships, these young people are gaining skills in specific industries, but also skills that would relate to any industry, therefore making their portfolio very promising for businesses in this community. They learn communication skills, teamwork, problem solving, and again, as I said, these are overall development that are valuable for any employee. So that's really exciting, and speaking with a couple of them this morning, they're already gaining some of those skills. These unpaid student work experiences are similar to internships that are a part of any business internship program. The Project Search formula just makes sense for that very purpose. The program relies on the tried and true on-the-job training, and I bet almost every one of us here today has benefited from on-the-job training. Some of us, like me, may continue to benefit through on-the-job training. And this concept gives these interns the opportunity to learn and gain advocates right here at UAPB for their future employment. A special thanks goes to Arkansas Rehabilitation Services for partnering and funding this remarkable program. Judy Smith, who's up front here, has been a cheerleader for this program since the very beginning, and Commissioner Alan McLean and Director Therese Childress Childers have shown remarkable leadership in support of the current programs and future growth of this initiative. But again, it wouldn't be possible without our host business, the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, for accepting this program and standing behind it. The team members from different departments, special thank you to Benita Corbin and Sheila Bryan for assisting us in getting this program up and running as our business liaisons. The organization has been and continues to be wonderful to work with each day, and no doubt we are already off to a successful year because of our talented group of committee members and the UAPB staff. Also, thank you to the Project Search staff under the leadership of Jenny Adams, which I mentioned. Here at UAPB, we have Sharice Butler as the coordinator instructor, along with Shamika Craig and Christina Butler as the on-site skills trainers. And this group makes a dynamic team. Together, the members of each of the three partners come together to provide a remarkable experience for these young people that I am sure will prove to be life-changing. So thank you guys for being our inaugural class of the UAPB Project Search, and I can't wait to hear more of what you're doing, and it's all pointing to graduation and competitive employment. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy, and thank you for your leadership. It's my honor to get to be here at UAPB to get to meet the interns and speak to everybody else here on behalf of the Arkansas Department of Career Education, Arkansas Rehabilitation Services Division, as we're known right now. State government is possibly reorganizing over the next couple years, but I assure you Arkansas Rehabilitation Services will continue its mission wherever we are. But that is an ever-evolving story. But when I think of Project Search, I think of a lot of words, but the word that kept coming back to me as I prepared these remarks is impact. Impact is, if I could just summarize it, how it impacts and affects all the stakeholders involved in Project Search. It is that word, because starting at our ability as a state agency to fund Project Search, our most of our money actually comes from, although appropriated by the General Assembly, we couldn't spend it without our General Assembly approving it. The funds actually mostly come from the federal government, and they expect me to have impact with that money, and they measure us very, very strictly, and to use that money to encourage employment, competitive employment, and integrated employment in the community. And a matter of fact, I'm on the phone this afternoon with our federal funders in Washington talking about just that. What are we doing in Arkansas to deliver competitive integrated employment with the money they grant to us each year? So it's always with great pride that I tell about the successes of Project Search and the incredible outcomes that Project Search has. Because they expect us, they expect me as commissioner to deliver impact. And so this is an important strategy for me and our agency to be able to do that. But they just look at numbers. They don't get to see the interns like I did this morning and get to visit with them to see the impact that the interns are experiencing already in the short time this program's been going, to have the different, not only the classroom time, but the internships, whether it's in the library or the hyper, or whether it's in the dorm, or some of the other great sites that I was visiting with them earlier about. That they're just enjoying it, and they're being impacted as they grow and develop new skills and things that maybe they hadn't thought about before, or hearing it in a different way, and getting some really employability skills that are important, that are impacting their lives, which will in turn impact their families' lives in ways that they never really imagined. I had a son who was a graduate of Project Search several years ago in Little Rock, and I got to see firsthand in my own home the excitement of going to work every day, the excitement of being a part of Project Search and learning the different skills, and coming away with several things that he could do and enjoy doing as a young man. So it's hard to keep up with him now. I'm just delivering him, getting him place to place, and he's always thinking of new things and new new ideas that he can do and is excited about doing. So, I'm real proud of that, and I'm proud of what Project Search delivered for him. So I can speak firsthand that it impacts him, and it's also pretty impactful when we drive through the drive-through at McDonald's, and I say, Nathan, get your wallet out because you're behind. So so the paycheck guys, don't underestimate that impact as well. It's also going to impact the mentors and the people who are working alongside you, and I have no doubt that it's already. You're already feeling that and drawing a great connection as you enjoy working with these interns. Then it's going to impact the employers. The employers that you all are going to be working with at the end of Project Search are going to love working with you, and they're going to see how important your skill set is to what they're doing in their places of employment. So it's nothing but just excitement to think about the next several months and then how you're going to move into the community after graduation, and I look forward to being back at graduation. So enjoy.
Good morning. I'm not quite a Robert. I don't know if that name quite suits me, but Dr. Carr, who is on the program, was unavailable this morning. He had another engagement, so he asked me to come and speak on his behalf. I'm Sheena Meadows. I'm interim assistant to the provost and vice chancellor for academic affairs here at the university. And I just want to thank you all for being here with us for this special occasion as we kick off our Project Search program. And I think that the people who spoke before me really did a wonderful job in kind of summarizing this occasion here today, and not just what this kickoff means for today, but certainly the impact Project Search will have on our community and the university campus. I think that it's right in line with our mission to provide educational access to all of our students. And of course, you mentioned the word impact. And the word that sort of went through my mind was independence. You know, so that freedom that you get from learning these skills and just from working and being able to make a living for yourself. And so that's how valuable this program is. And that's what this program does for our young people who are a part of it. To learn these skills and to be a part of, to acquire a diverse skill set as you go through the various rotations here on campus, and just learn more about those programs, and again, just the holistic development, so that once you leave this program in May, you're ready to take on the world. And so I think that's very important. Now, I had a welcome in mind, but then I looked and I said, this is a little bit more than a welcome by my name here. And so, but again, I do want to stress the importance of just, again, the tie to our university's mission to educate certainly all of our students, and just ensuring that upon graduation, our students are prepared for gainful employment. And that's right in line with what this program is doing for our 7 students. And as far as growing the program, we're looking forward to a continued partnership and for this program to continue to grow. I'd like to thank all of those who are involved with the program, the staff members on campus who are assisting with the program, Ms. Benita Corbin, Ms. Sheila Bryan. I also would like to recognize our Dean of the School of Education, Dr. Pamela Russ, who is present with us. And just, I don't want to name too many names because I'm sure to forget someone. I also see Representative Flowers here in the audience, and our governor's official. So thank you for being here. And again, just thank you all for being here this morning, and I'm looking forward to this program and to May. I'm sure you all are looking forward to May, as am I. So just continue the good work that you're putting into the program as you go along on your different rotations, and we're looking forward to even more students in the future. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. So thank you, interns, Thank you, families of the interns. Thank you, everyone here. So as I thank special people, I want to do it through a little bit of the history of how we got here. So we have been working very hard with Representative Vivian Flowers and Representative Ken Ferguson, joined at the hip with us in an effort to secure a host business partner for here in Pine Bluff. And I get to later how we actually got here, but I think we should say thank you to them for all their efforts. So would you stand, Representative Flowers? And would you stand, Representative Ferguson? Now let's do that again. Thank you. So they were determined as much as we were. When I say we, I'm talking about the commissioner and the director of access and all of ARS and Dr. Childers and all these folks that played a role in making sure that we can do this. We were determined to have a site in Southeast Arkansas. So UAPB is only the second HBCU in the United States to be a host business partner for Project Search. So I think that owes recognition. So, and they're our first non-hospital. They are our first one in Southeast Arkansas, and the second HBCU, and that means a lot, guys. So I want the young interns to hear a little bit of this history so you will know just how much you need to work harder and harder and harder to complete this program, okay? So Vivian Flowers, and we have to also thank the other legislative body or delegation from here. Ken Bragg, Stephanie Flowers, House Speaker Matthew Shepard from El Dorado is the House Speaker now, is that correct? Wow. Oh, and then Mike Holcomb, Representative Roger Lynch, and of course Governor Asa Hutchinson, who is represented here today by a young lady that I have known for a very long time. She worked hard to help me in a whole bunch of different areas. So Candace Bell, would you stand up as you represent Governor Asa Hutchinson? And I'll try to cut this shorter. So the LEA supervisors may not be here, but you need to know that all of them, 100%, were supportive of having this site here. And I'll just name them quickly. Barbara Boyce, Dalloway High School, Stephanie Bennett, Pine Bluff High School, Natasha Dunn, Watson Chapel, Betty Lacey, I believe is in the audience. Yes, she is. Wave, there you go, Miss Lacey, thank you. She is from Whitehall. Betty Lacey. You want to stand? And yeah, thank you, thank you. That's Betty Lacey from Whitehall. And of course, in addition to Betty Lacey, Nancy Early from Monticello, Debbie Jones from Sheridan, Ann Johnson from Stuttgart. Those are the LEA supervisors that were determined to get this program here. Now, we also got an invitation to speak at the school board at Dalloway High School. Representative Ferguson and Flowers were in attendance. Sheila Johnson was there. And it was the most interesting thing. It was in the Pine Bluff commercial, too, that we were there. The board voted unanimously to support this program here. But the chair of the board, if you guys remember, was about to make the motion herself. But the reporter from the commercial told me later he wanted to make the motion and he wanted to vote to have this program here. So that just lets you know the impact when you describe this program to the community, they really want it in their community. So we want to thank the chancellor, Dr. Alexander. We want to thank Dr. Carr. We want to thank Ms. Sheena and every UAPB staff person that stood up and volunteered to train these young people to help them become ready for this competitive integrated work. So, and finally, I also want to thank my soror, Dr. Pamela Russ, who took the ball from the retiring Dr. George Hertz. Now, you guys know sometimes when you're the successor, you want to do away with some of the predecessors' ideas, especially when they're incomplete, but not Pamela Russ. She's like, we're doing this. So Dr. Russ, could you please stand and be recognized? So, and finally, Sterling Hughes, my homeboy. Sterling Hughes is the district manager for Arkansas Rehab District 10. Here, he's in office in Pine Bluff and one in Monticello. So Sterling, after Representative Flowers and Ferguson and I and Sheila and the LEAs that looked low, we looked high, we did everything we could to find a host business site. And this is how God works. I called Sterling, I'm like, Sterling, I don't know what we're going to do. We cannot find a business. I can't get in at UAPB. And lo and behold, Sterling says, well, do you know Dr. George Hertz? I'm like, yeah, I've been on for a long time. But I didn't think about it. Sterling thought about it. Sterling contacted Dr. George Hurst. Sterling got us that meeting that the commissioner was there and Tammy was there, and I think Bonita was there, Bonita Corbin and Sheila Bryan were also at that meeting, and we were determined, and Sterling, we can never, ever, ever recognize you enough for what you did, not for ARS, but for our clients, because you too were determined to have this opportunity for the clients that live in your district, sir. So stand up, stand tall, and let us applaud you. And one more thing on Sterling, I'm gonna sit down, Commissioner, I promise you. So, Sterling Hughes, I also thank you for promoting and supporting unity among the 4 vocational rehab counselors that are serving these young people. Because of you, they have formed an unbreakable chain around these young people. And it's only because of your leadership and your promotion of this unity. So right now, and Dr. Robinson is also here representing Carl, wave your hand. The 4 counselors that use Sterling Hughes, that I give all the credit to for what you're doing with your team for our clients. So we have Dr. Sabrina Weaver, please stand up. LaTara Parrish, Juanita Grant, and Sheila Johnson. Just stay standing and Sterling, keep standing up with me so we can give you all the right recognition. Come on, Sterling, stand up so we can give you. This is amazing, guys. What these folks have done, and the commission will tell you, we have Project Search now in multiple communities. But I want you to know, Sterling, they're doing well, but you're doing great. Thank you all for being here. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon Jones, and I'm an intern at UAPB Project Search. I'm in my first rotation of the 3 of, and I am enjoying every minute of it. Before we close this morning event, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone to attend and celebrate the kickoff of the University of Arkansas in Pine Bluff Project Search program. Our program would not be possible without each and every one of you. Also to our guest speakers, thank you for your time and encouragement. Before we close, I'd like to welcome the UAPB project staff, interns, staff, partners, and steering members to come forward, and our program officially becomes a part of the Pine Bluff community with an official ribbon cutting. I hope everyone have a great reminder of your day, and we looking forward to seeing you soon.
All right, thank you.
On 3. 1, 2, 3, cut. All right.